Let's talk about Bielsa, okay? And the problem behind Bielsa and the problem behind literally this entire situation. I cannot stop thinking about it because honestly, it almost goes against the goodness of football. The core values that we like to think is what makes football great. It's almost just thrown into the bin because of this. I mean, what is going on here, man? There's many things I want to talk about, yeah, and I'm going to try and do it in the most simplest, non-waffly way possible. So if it does sound kind of waffly, I do sincerely apologise. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments, and also subscribe if you're new, and drop a like as well if you guys like cheese. Cheapest and most reliable coins on the market. Go down to u7buy.com, link is down below in description, and make sure to use code Vizeh at checkout for 5% off. So Bielsa left Leeds. Let's quickly break down where Leeds are right now. They're kind of in the fucking mud. It's not good. It's not great, okay? It's not great. They are defending very, very poorly. Now, yes, they're missing players. They're missing some important players like Bamford, like Phillips, big players, who's a big part of how they play. But there comes a limit that when you're 3-0 down and you're still being pummeled, that you don't decide just to shut up shop and just try to not make it any more embarrassing. I don't know either I respect that or I think that you're crazy. Did Bielsa play different football? He did play a different style of football. However, in the same breath, that football could be to the detriment of where they are right now. Now, I don't want to say that the way that they play football, which is known as high-intensity football, it must play some sort of factor. The problem for me is the timing of the sacking more than the actual sacking itself. I'm gonna say sacking, even though it's technically mutual consent, but let's be honest here, it feels like a sacking. Even if it technically is mutual consent, the timing of it all seems weird to me. Leeds now has 2 more months to save their season because at this current rate, the way they're playing, they actually could be going down. I never once thought that Leeds are going down until today. The second that I heard that Bielsa could be leaving, I thought that they're going down. And that is a difference between Bielsa staying and Bielsa going. With Bielsa staying, I thought they still had some grit in them, some belief in them, some passion in them to try and grind out 3 points. Just like how they did against Burnley, just like how they did against West Ham away. No one thought they'd beat West Ham, and they beat them 3-2 with a team that was by far nowhere near their full-strength team. With Bielsa, I thought that was still possible. That's the difference. I don't think they can do it without him. And as a Burnley fan, I'm happy. I'm buzzing. I'm thinking, okay, they're going down now because they've got this new guy in called Jesse Marsch. Honest to God, never heard of him, okay? And I know I get people saying, oh my God, you just watch English football. Yeah, I don't watch RB Salzburg. Okay, I'm so sorry I don't know Austrian football, bro. It was at RB Leipzig for 5 or 6 months, got sacked. He took RB Leipzig to 11th, bro, in December. They were 5 points off the relegation zone with RB Leipzig, man. You've got a Red Bull merchant that has done all these teams in America and in Austria, and for RB Leipzig got sacked in 5 months. Now you're telling him to go join Leeds in a relegation dogfight, and they're essentially saying, okay, pal, you've got 1 month, okay, to get like 2-3 wins to save our season, otherwise we're down. Ragnick is a perfect example and comparison to Jesse Marsch. These type of managers that plays this style of football, they need time. They need time to bed into the team. He's got 2 weeks. If they don't get a win in the next month, they could actually be going down and it could be too late. That's why the timing for me makes the least sense. Jesse Marsch could be a decent manager. I'm not going to say he could not be. However, he's got a very, very short span of time to get things right for a team that is leaking at the back disastrously. And let's be real, their team isn't that great to begin with. I want to say this as well, yeah, because I went into debates with Leeds fans and I was going round and round in circles. I saw a Leeds fan put out a tweet saying that he compares Bielsa with what he did at Leeds to Ranieri winning the league with Leicester. Are you mad? In no way, in any world, is anyone that's not a Leeds fan believes that is anywhere near comparable. Leicester was almost relegated the year before they won the league, and you're saying that's the same thing. I'm gonna say something, yeah, that's going to really annoy Leeds fans, okay, and I'm sorry to say it. You guys get too emotional about Bielsa. Yes, he's a great manager. He did a fantastic job for you guys, but I'm hearing these people say that it's the same thing as Ranieri did with Leicester. It's not. That he's the best manager in the world. He's not. Chris Wilder took Sheffield United from League 1, okay, to the Premier League in 9th place in their first season, when you guys had Bielsa taking from a mid-table championship team to 9th Premier League. What's more impressive? And at the same time, Sheffield Sheffield United probably had the basically worst players in you guys, because they didn't have the likes of Rafinha and Calvin Phillips, and also they spent less money. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean that I don't think Bielsa did a great job. He did a fantastic job, but so did Wilder. But yeah, I'm not hearing him going into any shortlist of being the manager in the world. They put Bielsa in the top 3 best managers in the world. Are you fucking high? When the year before, Wilder did the same thing, and yet he's still a dinosaur apparently. You know what, Wolves, in their first season in the Premier League, got them to 7th. Okay, now let's be real, it is a better team than what Leeds had, but same thing, they went to win the league and championship, got promoted, made it to 7th. When Leeds got promoted to the championship, they won the league, went 9th. Even Burnley 2 years before that is somewhat comparable, that he won the league, first year stayed up, second year came 7th and got Burnley into Europe, with definitely a lower budget and definitely worse players. So yes, Bielsa is a massive pot of Leeds, and I don't expect Leeds fans to not feel that connection to him. But when they go into about how good he was and comparing him to Ranieri winning the league, that's when I put my foot down in that situation. It's like me saying Sean Dyche getting Burnley into Europe is the same thing. It's a great achievement, and of course I feel real passion towards him. But when I actually think about it, it's just nonsense. So what happens now with Leeds? For me, honestly, I never thought they were going down. Now I think they actually will. They've got this new manager who's never been in a relegation dogfight, never been in Premier League, taking control of a team which is in absolute disarray, defensively especially, and a team that's been used to a very specific brand of football. It's going to be so hard to change that in a span of a few weeks. The timing makes no sense, the fact he's even been sacked makes no sense, and the appointment makes no sense. If I was a Leeds fan, then I'll feel completely lost. I'll feel completely lost in the situation, and that you've got your hope on this new guy, which you have no idea. I swear half of them never even heard of the guy before he even joined, and you're hoping for the absolute best. And right now, I honestly cannot see it. If he does and he proves me wrong and he goes and keeps Leeds up, then fair play, I'll hold my hands up, I'll be a man about it, I'll say I got that wrong. But right now, with the such vast contrast of the way and the feeling and the culture and the traditions that Bielsa set in place at Leeds United, I feel like that is too much to go against. It feels like comparable when Sir Alex left Man United, not by the actual honours and the trophies, but the feeling that he had, the connection with the fans. It feels comparable, and I guess in my own personal perspective, if Sean Dyche left Burnley, it'll be similar. Sean Dyche, there for 10 years, built a foundation in every aspect of the football club, and also has a very good connection with the fans, a loving connection with the fans, similar to Leeds with Bielsa. If he left with 2 months ago, who the hell could we bring in to try to replace him and to try and make us better? I don't think anyone would, and that's what I think is happening with Leeds. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. I think it's crazy. I think everyone thinks it's crazy. Yes, they weren't doing amazing, but with the players that they have, who could really do much better? And that is where we stand right now. Tell me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.